Hello friends, my name is Adrika and today I am going to tell you the story that named The Two Sisters and it is retold by Flora and Steele. So let's start. Once upon a time, there were two sisters who were as like each other as two peas in a pod. But one was good and other was bad-tempered. Now their father had no work. So the girls began to think of going to service. "I will go first and see what I can make of it," said the younger sister, ever so cheerfully. "Then you, sis, can follow if I have good luck." So she packed up a bundle and said goodbye and started to find a place. But no one in the town wanted a girl, and she went further afield into the country. And as she journeyed, she came upon an oven in which a lot of loaves were baking. Now, as she passed, the loaves cried out in one voice, little girl, take us out. Please take us out. We're baking for 7 years. No one has come to take us out. Do us take or we shall soon be burnt." Then, being a kind, obliging little girl, she stopped, put down her bundle, and took out the bread and went on her way saying, "You will be more comfortable now." After a time, she came to a cow lowing beside an empty pail. The cow said to her, little girl, milk me. Please milk me. 7 years I have been waiting, but no one came to milk me." So the kind girl stopped, put down her bundle, milked the cow into the pail, and went on her way saying, "Now you will be more comfortable." But by and by she came to an apple tree laden so much with fruits that its branches were nigh to break. The apple tree called to her, little girl, please shake my branches. The fruit is so heavy, I can't stand straight." So the little girl stopped, put down her bundle, shook the branches of the tree, that the apples fell down, and the tree could stand straight. And then she went on her way saying, "You will be more comfortable now." So she journeyed till she came to a house where the old witch woman lived. Now this witch woman wanted a servant maid and promised good wages. Therefore the little girl agreed to stop with her and try how she liked service. She had to sweep the floor, keep the house clean and tidy, and the bright fire and cheery. But one thing the witch woman had said that she must never do, and that was to look up the chimney. "If you do," said the witch woman, "something will fall on you and you'll have bad end." Well, the girl swept, dusted, and made up the fire, but never a penny of wages did she see. Now the girl wanted to go home as she did not like the witch service, for the witch used to boil babies for supper and bury their bones under some stones in the garden. But she did not like to go home penniless, so she stayed, sweeping and dusting and doing her work. And just she was pleased, and one day she was sweeping up the hearth, down tumbled some scoots, and without remembering she had forbidden to look up the chimney, she looked up to see where the scoots came from, and lo and behold, a big bag of gold plump into her lap. Plump! Now the witch happened to be out of one her witch errands. So the girl thought of it a fine opportunity to be off home. So she kilted up on her petticoats and started to run home. But she had only gone a little way, she heard the witch woman coming after on her broomstick. Now the apple tree she had helped to stand straight happened to be quite close. So she ran to it and cried, apple tree, hid me so the old witch can't find me. For if she does, she'll pick my bones and bury them in the garden stones. And the apple tree, of course I will. You told me to stand straight, and a good one deserves another. So the apple tree hid her finally in its branches, and the witch woman passed, saying, Tree of mine, a tree of mine, have you seen my naughty little maid? The willy bag and a great big bag. She's stolen all my money, all I had. The apple tree answered, No, mother dear, not for 7 years. So the witch woman flew on the wrong way, and the girl got down and thanked the tree politely and started home again. But she had just got where the cow was standing beside the pail. She heard the witch woman coming again. So she ran to the cow and cried, Cow, cow, please hide me so the witch can't find me. If she does, she'll pick my bones and bury them in the garden stones. Certainly I will, answered the cow. Didn't you milk me, make me comfortable? Hide yourself behind me and you got safe. And then the witch woman flew by calling to the cow. Oh, cow of mine, have you seen my naughty little maid with a willy bag and a great big bag who stole my money, all that I had? She just said politely, No, mother dear, not for 7 years. Then the old witch went in the wrong direction. The girl started afresh on her way, but she had just got to the oven stove. She heard the horrid old witch coming behind her again. So she ran as fast as she could to the oven and cried, Oh, oven, hide me so the witch can't find me. For if she does, she'll pick my bones and bury them in the garden stones. The oven said, I'm afraid that there is no room for you, as another batch of bread is baking, but there is the baker. So she asked the baker and said, Of course I will. You saved my last batch from being burned. So run into the bakehouse. You will quite safe there and settle the witch for you. So she hid in the bakehouse, only just in time. The witch calling angrily, Oh man of mine, have you seen my naughty little maid with a willy bag and a great big bag? Stole my money, all that I had. And the baker replied, Look in the oven, she might be there. And the witch alighted from her broomstick and peered into the oven, but she could not see no one. Creep and looked in the farthest corner, and said Baker slyly, and the witch crept in and went bang! He shut the door in her face, and she was roasted. And when she came out with the bread, and she was all crisp and brown, she had to go home as best she could and put cold cream all over her. But the kind, obliging girl got safe with her bag of money. Now the ill-tempered elder sister was very jealous of the good luck and determined to get a bag of gold herself. So she packed the bundle and started to go to the service on the same road. But she had came to the oven. The loaves begged her to take them out because they'd been baking for 7 years and nigh to burning. She tossed her head and said, A likely story indeed. Why I should burn my fingers to save your crust? No, thank you. And with that she went till she came across the cow standing to be milked beside the pail. But when the cow said, little girl, milk me, please milk me. I have been waiting for 7 years to be milked. She only laughed and replied, You may wait for another 7 years, of all I care. I'm not your dairy maid. And with that she went till she came to the apple tree, and overburdened by its fruits. But she begged her to shake its branches. She only giggled, and plucking a ripe apple and said, It's one is enough for me. You can keep the rest yourself. With that she went on munching the apple, till she came to the witch woman's house. Now the witch woman, though she had gone being crisp and brown from the oven, she dreadfully angry with all the little maid servants, and she made her mind this one should not trick her. So for a long time she never went out the house. Thus the ill-tempered sisters never get a chance of looking up the chimney. And as she meant she'd do at once, she had to do dust, clean and brush and sweep ever so hard until she was quite tired out. But one day the witch woman went to the garden to bury her bones. She seized the moment, looked up the chimney and showed a big bag of gold plump into her lap. Well, she was off with the moment till she ran and ran, came to an apple tree and heard the witch woman coming behind. So she cried as her sister had done. Apple tree, hid me so the old witch can't find me. For if she does, she'll break my bones or bury them under the garden stones. The apple tree replied, no room here, I have too many apples. So she had to run, and the witch woman on her broomstick came flying by and called, oh, tree of mine, have you seen my naughty little maid with a willy bag and a great big bag who's stolen my money, all I had? The apple tree replied, yes, mother dear, she's gone down there. Then the witch woman went after her, caught her, and gave she though her a good beating. She took the bag of money away from her and sent her home without a penny payment for all her dusting, sweeping, and brushing and cleaning. Thank you.